Good morning, everybody. I am playing around with my OBS this morning. So I thought it would be fun. Let's play some tunes while we're doing that. I've got Daniel Mustard up on the screen. Let's turn some volume up.
There's so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side. Though rainbows are visions, rainbows are only illusion. Well, they've got that much to hide. So we've been told, and some might believe it, but I know it's wrong. Baby, you just wait and you see. Someday we'll find it.
Morning, Cricket.
Rainbow connection with lovers, dreamers, and me.
I'm playing with the software, trying to figure it all out. Excuse me while I munch too. Breakfast. Yeah, I'm a morning person. Morning, Bella.
And hope said that every wish will be heard and answered when
He had wrote this
made on a falling star. Some dumbass thought of that. Some dumber ass believed him. Look what it's done for them so far. What's so amazing and keeps us stargazing? What are you expecting to see? Someday we'll find it. Our rainbow connection with lovers and dreamers and me. Someday we'll find it, that rainbow connection with lovers and dreamers and me. That's good.
I love his snort. Okay, so next one. Oh, this is one he did.
About the mountain, I didn't feel it full of stone. Couldn't begin to count them, so I just left them all alone. Didn't arrange for the rainbows breaking into sound. Didn't know that what you take home's only what you already brought along. But I know it now. from all these angles, live and loving clouds turned all inside out every direction. We're all falling down, just like those angels.
There, that's better now. At least you can see it.
Color water tape, still full of no breaks, falling in the sky.
I'm just a little person down in the corner here.
Dancing with the moon, fly too deep into devotion to even recognize the swoon. Didn't know to wear a raincoat, or if it would even keep me dry. Serenading the faithful just to keep them high. But I know it now, from all these angles, life and love and clouds turned all inside out directions of why we're all falling down, just like these angels. Only what it takes, but still full of no breaks, pulling in the sky. But I know it now, from all these different angles, love and life on clouds turn inside out, directions of why, falling on down, 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 like this drunken stupid angel. Only what it takes, still full of no break, pulling in the sky.
Oh, I am so sore this morning.
Only what it
I have such
takes,
pains.
still full of no breaks, pulling in the sky.
Let's do one more from Daniel. Let me see. Videos. He did one that was pretty cool for Liz. Let's do this one. Hey, good morning, sis. Just watching a friend of mine play on the guitar. Kind of reminds me of Dad. Except for the scruffiness, but it kind of reminds me of Dad.
Crying.
It does a little, but not even.
For you, the sun should be shining, and all I know is when I'm with you, it's alright. No, it's alright. And the songbirds, they're singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. And the songbirds, they're singing like they know the score. But I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. Get one of those.
Okay, very cool. Okay, I'm going to turn him off. And
baby, do you like this?
we'll find some more, but I need to play with my settings here just a little bit. Trying to figure out, oh, there's Dodge, and Nancy Drew had a live last night. Let me see. I'm going to turn that off just for a second. You know what? I did pretty crazy. Yesterday during the stream, I tried a different software, and I ended up not being able to get my Zoom on there, which really played havoc on our meeting, but I figured it out a roundabout way. But here's one of my favorite songs. What did Crazy Love do last night? She did a recap last night. I think it was one of her first ones, but I think it was after her son had surgery yesterday.
She's a wild one.
Skip in.
It was an early morning, long day. They were able to get everything done. They were quick. They were very, very good with him. So, but yeah, it was good. So the first thing I want to show you guys today is very important. We have some missing children. We have Jenna Laporte. She's 5'4", 105 pounds, age 15. She was last seen at Davis High School in Kaysville, Utah, October 1st, 2024 at 12:30 p.m. She was last seen wearing white shoes with black drawings, tan gray sweater with sweatpants. If seen, contact 911 or the Layton PD officer G. Newbold at 801-497-8300 or Murray PD officer Haskell. Then we also have Gray Wellard.
Good morning.
He's 5'10", 155 pounds, age 16. Last seen at West High School in Salt Lake City, October 1st, 2024 at 1:45 p.m. Last wearing a black baseball hat in the picture, this one. Khaki cargo shorts, a maroon shirt, and black Nike sneakers. These kids have been missing since yesterday. So please, if you guys have seen these two or they're in the Salt Lake area, but, you know, you can always keep an eye out for them anywhere.
Oh, I didn't know she was going to post that. That's a friend of mine's family members that had posted it to me. And so I shot it to her since she's in the Salt Lake area. Salt Lake City area. Thank you. Thank you, Crazy Love. That was wonderful. I'm glad that you rebroadcast that. Rib Guy, you are up awfully early this morning. It's only 6 a.m. your time. You're a morning person too. We were listening to some Daniel Mustard there for a minute. And I am munching. Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry. Munching on some breakfast. It's 9 in the morning here. And I'm playing with some OBS software instead of using the StreamYard. Because I couldn't get StreamYard to bring in my Zoom yesterday. For some reason, I know I've done it before, but it's I've been having technical difficulties with StreamYard. Well, you better run. You're late for a very important date. No time to say goodbye. Hello, we're late. Who else did some yesterday? Oh, DOA covered and Dodge Landisman covered Danny's trial yesterday. Good morning, YRB. Yeah, it's pretty easy to fall into a time warp on some of these things. They're definitely rabbit holes. Who was it? Was it Nora? Can't remember who was saying that they fell into a rabbit hole yesterday doing some research. And it just goes off into all sorts of different areas. Who else can we spy on? Yep, Kelly had some insights last night. And she, when she went to the Blue last night, let me find that. I can never find her on, let me see, Kelly, Scientology. Let me see. She did a live last night. She did a couple of lives last night. And Blue After Court. I want to pull it all the way to where she goes to, she's walking around. Not
or I'm going to be upset. Hi, dog dogs. Nobody say anything rude, please. Uh-oh.
She's seen Max.
Yeah, we right? Say hi to Ted and wish him well.
Let me back up just a little bit.
Nope.
Anyway, she was walking, there goes a Geo, remember? But she was walking down Elrod Hubbard Way, and out in front of the AOLA, or the ASHO entrance, Moxon came out. She was really nice to her. Who is it, Danny, that calls him the Chamberlains?
My God, the children is right. My God, the children. Great movie. Great scene. Anybody still have fond memories of first seeing that? Is that Moxon? Shut up. That's Moxon. Oh, Moxon. I was just talking about you. And Jennifer. Moxon here, Jennifer? Hi. Hi. Hope you have a good night, Moxon. You had a rough day at the office. I hope seriously, I do hope you have a good night. Bless his heart.
Okay, I'm going to stop it for a second. Can always tell a Southern gal when they say, bless his heart. Good morning, Sandy Hill. Yeah, that was great that she's seen him. And Jennifer also. Yep. We need to get the copy of that second page. And I know she doesn't want to go to jail and she doesn't want to get the police called on her, but they're not going to call the police. I watched, Confident Chris runs through there. Yeah, Asho. Our YRB says that was Asho and Jennifer was with him. It's interesting that he did not come out of the Sea Org doors, Lebanon Hall. He should have been allowed that privilege with her as an escort. Isn't that Lebanon Hall? Or is Lebanon Hall over where the cafe is? I think Moxon is, I don't think he's Sea Org, but I think he is a Scientologist. So you would think he would have privilege of going in and out of any of those doors. I know Street said he confronted Moxon the day before. And again, I apologize. My legs are really hurting this morning, so I'm wiggling around trying to get some pain relief. And I'm paralyzed from the chest down, but I have phantom pain down in my legs, and they spasm, so it hurts pretty bad. Huh. I know, who is it, Ree, that goes to do the protesting a lot over in Australia. What part of Australia are you from, Sandy? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah, it's like you go down the stairs or something, down to where the kitchen is. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I can't find me on the phone. Oh, okay, that makes sense, YRB. Do 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 do. I'm trying to find me on my live. Here we go. Are those e-bikes? Do they all have e-bikes or do they have to actually pedal? Those security guards. Long, long way from Perth or Western Australia. Aha. I believe it is 10/7, which I think is Monday, is the day he has an appointment to hear the judge's decision. 10/7, so I think that's Monday. And today's the last day of Danny's, and I'm wondering, and they have the same judge, so I'm wondering if she is going to postpone his decision until Monday also. And then I think Solomon's court is today also, and I believe that is his TRO against ZDT, that vile human. I think so. There's a long walkway and double doors at the end of it. Then on the right-hand side, an office Sea Org recruiting. Okay. YRB, I know I've seen you in many chats before. You were in the Sea Org, right? Good morning, Mandy Me. We were listening to some tunes, and now we were watching Kelly's interaction with Moxon last night. Then I think she went to the beach because I heard waves behind her. Yeah, Jennifer, I mean, I work a lot with audit. And Jennifer, she does, like, she's the head of events specialist and works in the legal department, gets all the permits, right. And if I remember right, remember all my lore, she is Louis Repetto's ex-wife, which explains a lot for the whole Louis Repetto thing. But yeah, she is she's the go-to, I think, in between the police department too. She flirts with the police guys a lot. Audit has her community page, lots of Jen and her boys scenes. It's kind of funny. She does. Wouldn't that be just incredible if we could get her to leave? If we could get her to see the truth. You know, the Chance, the guy, the gay guy that escaped after being kicked out, and he went back to Denver. The whole ordeal from last week or this week, my days are all running together. But I've emailed Steve Mango, and I would love to have a 10-minute conversation about what that Chance saw about kids, about youth nowadays. Yep, that is Jane Doe, and she was one of the Danny Masterson rape victims, and she won her case in the Danny Masterson trial. She is his ex-wife, yes. What do you mean, nope, YRB? So the one on the 10th is the Jane Doe. That is her civil case against Scientology and David Miscavige. That's the one I thought it was, because I've been following that one. And that's the one that they were asking if people could go to support if they're there in the LA area. That would be cool. Oh, very okay. Thank you. Thank you, YRB. Thanks for explaining that. Yeah, the one on the 10th. Um, I would love to have maybe a court TV reporter cover it. I know she's feeling, I've never personally talked to her, but I know people that have talked to her and that are friends with her. And they talk a lot, and they know that they didn't have court coverage on the last trial or the last hearing, and she's really wanting some support. But she's a Jane Doe, so she's trying not to put her name out there, or can't put her name out there. I don't really understand that whole deal. But yeah, so if anybody's in the LA area and could go on the 10th, I don't know what time. I'll try and find out some details and maybe I'll get it put out. But that would really be cool to be able to support one of those Jane Does. Now she's in a civil. I don't know why she hasn't done a criminal. Um, um, but I know she's getting harassed about the arbitration part of it. And that was, I think the last hearing was, they had a different judge. The judge had said he was going to make a ruling that the arbitration is wrong and that shouldn't be upheld. And then Scientology effed it all up by asking for a new judge. And they thought the new judge was going to just go ahead and assume all the work that the first judge did about the arbitration ruling. And he has not come back with that ruling. He hasn't said anything yet. And I think this is where they're probably going to talk about whether or not the arbitration should be held or keep it as the first judge said. So fingers crossed, prayers, great thoughts, whatever you want to do. My personal is prayers, that the judge sees and hears the truth, because that's where it's all at. You know, not the blinders and not the false narratives that Scientology keeps trying to throw at all of them for whatever reason, that the judge sees the truth. I'd like Chance to be able to rest up for a couple of weeks. Encouraged to file charges about his credit card and other abuses he was subjected to and witnessed. I agree. I would love to see him just spill the beans on everything. There were 3 different areas that I noticed from what he was saying. Thank you, IRB. Thanks for clarifying that. There was 3 different areas that I got off from what Chance was saying when he was doing his interview with Mangotology. And the first was, well, the credit cards. I didn't have that one, so I guess there's 4. But one was that they, and this will depend on whether he paid for his plane ticket or if they paid for his plane ticket. If they paid for his plane ticket to go for training or for work more than 50 miles, then they would be obligated by law to return him to the place of recruitment. That was one. But as I said, that depends on who paid for the plane ticket. If he paid for it, he's kind of SOL on that point. And then the second one was when he was talking, being kicked out because he is gay, where sexual orientation, I believe in California and also in Colorado, was put, oh, okay. So then he has something to go on in that one, because that's a labor law. And then the sexual orientation of being discriminated against. I think federally it was adopted, sexual orientation, but I know California has it. So that would be another civil area that he could. The third one would be crap, I'd have to pull the email. So with adding for the credit card one, there's 4 of them that he could go back and file suit and have a pretty dang good clear-cut case. And that's what we need to do, is that we need to keep hitting him with all of these. No, you can't, but you can file civilly, YRB, on the claim. And then once you start getting some of these civil cases good morning, Haggis Basher. Once you start getting the civil cases adding up, or even a couple of them, then you can go back to the criminal side of it, to where 501c3 can be pulled because of illegal activity and violation of fundamental public policy. That's a good point. Does it matter? In Does It Matter says, what I don't understand is he is diabetic, insulin dependent, which from my understanding disqualifies him from Sea Org. Oh, that was the thing, is that they went through his phone, and even though he gave them permission, they re-downloaded apps, which that's different. You can give somebody permission to read what's on your phone, but not interact with your platforms or your apps. And that's under a new law. Well, I guess that was a long, long, long time ago with Tori. But yeah, I would have to do more research into that. Does it matter? YRB says, in a perfect world, all of the documents that are signed by the members should be nullified without having to have a victim identified. Morning, Fingy. In a perfect world, civilly, those arbitration clauses, they need to figure it out, probably going to the Supreme Court, on whether or not those arbitration clauses are true and in fact worthy. On a criminal case, in criminal issues, arbitration doesn't play a role whatsoever. Good morning, Crazy Love. I just showed one of your videos a little bit ago. Labor laws do apply when it comes to the training roles and stuff. So the pay, no. The pay does not, that is where there's a big difference. Does it matter? YRB said no, he was not an ex-Sciento and never been in Scientology. Never in. So, Mandy B, yes, I agree with what you're saying with the way the pay is, but you still, even with religious workers, if you take somebody there as a minister, you have to bring them back. And so it's not necessarily a labor law, it's a recruitment law, a transportation law. They had so many people that were being flown for work or for training or for ministry, and people being left there to come back on their own, that they made a decision on that early 2000s. It used to affect my work all the time. Okay. Looking for someone that would know the qualifications for Sea Org. That's a good question. Maybe we should ask Serge or Lara. It would be nice to find somebody that was more current with qualifications. Because it's been a while since they've been in. Haggis says, I don't understand allowing religious arbitration in court cases because I always thought government and religion were to be separate and never the twain shall meet. It's not that it's a government or religion deal in the arbitration. The arbitration is, you can have arbitration clauses when you buy a new phone or when you get services at a regular corporation, let alone a 501c3, just regular. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, MD Media. So you can have arbitration clauses that state if I buy a new phone, that if anything goes wrong with my phone, that I'm not going to sue you. I'm not going to sue the company. I'm going to go to arbitration. Right. So, so arbitration on civil cases, but you can't arbitrate criminal. And there's the two that has the defining line between civil and criminal. A case of, even with this Masterson, they filed criminally, and 2 out of the 3 won the criminal case, and then you could file civil. Think, who's the dude that had O.J. Simpson? He had the white Bronco that they chased him down the road. He was found not guilty criminal, but found civilly liable. So you can have one without the other, either way. But yeah, the totally relying, if we can get more and more judges in their opinion, this is the question that I keep posing to everybody. This is what you need to ask the lawyers and the judges in any of your cases. Do you agree that denying an individual of their First Amendment right is a violation of fundamental public policy? Of course, they got to say yes, but the more opinions and the more reactions we get from legal and judges, the more padded we're going to have in these cases, and we're going to set precedents. And that's what we need to do. We need to keep hammering them. Just hammer away, whether it's through these committee meetings, through talking to the mayors. Mandy Me says, Disney tried to use a guy's arbitration agreement from getting Disney Plus when he suddenly them for his wife's death at their restaurant. They got egg on their faces. Yeah, because arbitration doesn't stand up to criminal. You can't arbitrate. You can't negotiate criminal activities. Either you did or you didn't. Either you're pregnant or you're not. One or the other. Thanks for showing that, Crazy Love, if you're still on here. That's a friend of mine's relatives that are missing. And they had sent me that. And I thought, oh, I need to send this to Crazy Love. So if anybody needs to see, I did a recap. What is Letho Law? Does it matter? Yep, someone watches Letho Law. You got me confused there. What's Letho Law? Law and Order? Or that must be a channel. Okay, you guys talk. Bummer. I hope you're feeling better, Matt. Has that implant helped? Was it a pain implant, a pain stabilizer, or was it a for spasms? If DOA's judge is going to announce the decision on Monday, do you think a tentative ruling may be published at Friday evening? I don't know. Twyla, good morning. And you have a point. Real arbitration isn't what COS does. How do you get the court to understand that? Just through precedence. Just keep pushing it. You know, a lot of these cases haven't been publicized. They haven't been looked after. Good morning, Susan King. I'll have to look that up. Does it matter? Steve Letho Law on YouTube. Something like that. I'll look it up. I'll Google it. And the there's 4 documents you have to sign to receive services. And that is we're a church, you agree. You can't ever sue us. The arbitration, and if you ever are in the hospital for any mental reasons, we can come and get you out. Nerve stimulator for pain. Oh, good. I'm glad that it worked. You know, some of those medicines that they can put you on for the nerve stimulation for pain, either they whip you out or they don't do anything, or it hurts worse to get off the darn stuff. And if you can have that stimulator inserted and it works for as long as it works, that's great. Mandy Me says, I ask because we have tentative rulings in other cases. Yeah, to be real honest, what I know of law cases, I'm really learning on the fly here. Two, what I Google, what I see in Law and Order, not to admit that, kind of crazy. I've never even had a traffic ticket, so I really don't know how that all works. We're going to learn. We're going to figure it out. I think it was a woman that died in the restaurant in Disney Holiday Place, and they tried to use the Disney Plus agreement. Oh, yeah, the online to stop the husband suing. Yeah, that's an interesting way to try to do that, huh? You know, that is really, Haggis, that is really a thought. As the lawyer for the cult, can Moxon be taken to task for approval of such human rights violations inserted into legal documents? I think he could. First of all, and second of all, I think that he should be held responsible for a lot of this fair gaming and a lot of this bullshit that's been going on. Excuse my language. Sorry, Harvard to Harlem again. But him and Mike Rinder, he should be disbarred. And I know that's part of what Henry's been really tasking us lately the last couple of weeks is to get into the California bar and doing testaments and comments exactly about that. The more public awareness there is, it's just been hidden under the basket for so long that it's become business as usual. Gina, good morning, Gina. And I believe Henry did I know I have one in the works. Yeah, I mean, we just all need to let our voices be heard. Well, Sandy, you have to think of it this way, though, is that a billion-year contract is not a literal billion-year contract. It is in what they say. Now, they're holding the people to it, but what they say that billion-year contract is like a pledge, like in Christianity, saying that you're going to believe in Jesus and that you give your heart to Jesus. That's what they assimilate it to. That's their parallel. Buddy, get out of my food. Go away. Good morning, Tennessee Treasure Finder. Buddy, yeah, you're not getting my food. Go away. Sorry. Getting some love by the dog, and he's going to jump in front of the camera. Get out of my food. Leave it. Back up. Get down, buddy. He's bigger than I am, you guys. Get down. I have to put my mom voice on. Hey, Eaglewood, good morning. And yeah, you got a point there. He is a loser in all these cases. He's definitely a loser. A big L. They do manipulate the law. There was a case that, who was it, Jeffrey Augustine, and then somebody else was covering it. The United Nation of Islam, thanks, does it? I'll look at that one. That they just went through, the Department of Justice just put 6 of them in jail over it. And yeah, we want people to go to jail. So we want Mike Rinder. Mike, I'm sorry if you're watching this. I'm just little old me. But Mike Rinder has, he needs to come clean or needs to go to jail. What's her name? Not Leah. The other one with the aftermath. She had a big issue when she was RTC. She was the head of RTC. There's so many people, David Miscavige, so many people that were involved and are still involved. They need to go see some jail time. But Claire, thank you, Eaglewood. But what we really need, and I keep repeating this, remember, like with the FLDS, Warren Jeffs, he went to jail. He took the heat for the abuses. He went to jail because you can sue a person, probably both Amy or Claire, but you can't criminally charge an organization. Buddy, stop it. I love you too. Stop. You are not a lapdog. Go away. You're too big. So now I can't see the darn chat. There we go. So in the Catholic cases, the priests took the fall for the criminal activity. The church was fined, but the priests took the fall. In order to get that 501c3 stripped, good morning, Mini Minion. So in order to get the 501c3 stripped, you have to show that the cult did the activity. And that's where I have been pushing that we need to show and have precedence and on record that they are doing, the Church of Scientology, the cult of Scientology, is doing, their doctrine, their policy, and their practices is what's causing the abuse and is what is abusive. Because if you just show Mike Rinder or David Miscavige or Claire or anybody like that, they're the ones that are going to go to prison, and they're the ones. It doesn't strip them of their 501c3. FLDS still has their 501c3, and so does I don't know if the the United Nation of Islam is keeping theirs or not, because it's too soon yet. But that's what we need to do, is we need to show that it's the organizational doctrine itself that's causing the abuse. And you can jump to the conclusion, and you can see A to B. You can see that line. It's there. But we need to make sure that it is on paper, on record, in court documents, and in precedents in order to continue to slap them upside the head with it. Sandy says, I don't know how the activists out on coal face mentally cope with the legal stuff being put behind bars. Yeah, that would be hard. I know, good, bad, or ugly, like DOA going to jail all the time for this. I think Danny's been in a couple of times. Yeah, because he ended up going with Solomon too. And don't forget, today's Solomon's court case against vile ZDT guy. But yeah, that's why we need to harp and to put on record exactly what they're doing, because a sad story is just a sad story until you have facts. And the police look at it that way. Sad story is just a sad story unless you have facts. You have to have the facts to back it up. And I know Serge has facts to back it up. I know Lara has facts to back it up. Look, her dad's still in there. Liz Ferris has facts to back it up. She has the scars to prove it. Her live last night, I didn't catch it. I accidentally saw it this morning. Yeah, that's right. Danny went in with Cam as well. So he's third time's the charm. But, they have the facts. We've just got to get them into the system. We've got to get them on record in the judicial system. And these little court cases are bringing the facts out. Powerlies, I love your content. Thank you so much for taking the time to do it. Poor Michael. Yep, I know. I spoke with him for a little bit yesterday, and him and Serge are such dear hearts. Powerlies, if nobody is sub to Powerlies to Paralyze, you have to. Sorry, didn't mean to just assume that you're a guy. Has some wonderful content. Very informative, very thorough. Thank you so much. Powerlies, can you put your link? Can you type a link in there to your channel? Let's see if it'll do it. I don't know if I can do it on OBS. Let me see if I can go and find it. Yeah, I'm glad she's speaking out too. You kind of see both sides to different stories. And I'm one that I always want to hear both sides and then the third side, because I want all my information. But I don't really want to make a judgment on either one of them, but I know Liz has gone through some rough shit. Okay, let me see if I can go in there and copy. crap, let me find the power lies to paralyze. Sorry. My 10-second brain. Okay, pulling up your page here. Power lies to paralyze. And copy. See if I can paste. Oops. There you go. And Haggis, I see you've got a lot more subs now that you can go live. Are you getting excited about meeting up with the rest of the crew? Twyla, that's a good question. I know we have mental health professionals in this community. Is there a way to have a way to match up volunteer mental health providers with protesters to help with psych stresses of protesting? I don't know. You're welcome. Does it matter? No, don't shit yourself. That's not a good thing. No shitting required, or needed, or wanted. Yeah, but if you're gonna go live, yeah, you should like try and go live a couple of times beforehand, so that way you get used to it and you get comfortable with it. And my dog is laying on my computer. I'm sorry, you guys. Come on, bud. Move. But we're excited to see you. Good morning, Kiara. Thank you. Good morning, Traveltology. Haggis, you will do just fine. And what a treat to go meet Phil and Willie. That would be so cool. If I was up to traveling, I would meet you guys over there because I'm not that far away, really. I just go down to Detroit and back up. LA, yep. Rumble Rambles in LA and Toronto. Yeah, I know you can do it. You got this. Yeah, I found StreamYard is the easiest on my phone, but it really isn't the easiest on here. Cricket Cinema. Let me go and find you. Let me find you. I don't mind promoting anybody. Let me see. Cricket Cinema. That's not you. That's not you. There's a lot of Cricket Cinemas on here. How do I find you? How do we find you, Cricket Cinema? There's a couple of you on there. Let me see if I can. It won't let me. Let me. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh, let me see. I see your picture. That is you. And I am not subscribed. So, ta-da, I am subscribed. And we're going to copy. Oh, that's one of your past icons? That's not you? What would a never-end that was abused by Scientology, and I'm kind of understanding what you're saying there, have to go through to get justice for themselves and everyone else who suffered at the hands of Scientology? Well, I don't know that you, as a never-end, because I've tried as a never-end, can file abuse claims for everybody else. There is on my page a never-end. It's the video's called "Okay, Never Ends, It's Time for You to Shine." There is a claim to the Department of Justice. Okay, cool. Cricket, let's get you to 100. So there's a claim for the Department of Justice that you can file against the FBI. It's all through there. It's called "Okay, Never Ends, Time for You to Shine." Give me a second and I'll look for it. And you can file that way. But as yourself, as a claim, you can file to the FBI for yourself, or you can file through your own major crimes. If you've been the victim yourself. But as I said, let me go to my page and I'll show you the post. There you go. I got 7 more people, Cricket. Okay, so let me see. Go to my channel. And if you go to the live and we scroll down, it's right here. It's called "Okay, Never Ends, Time for You to Shine." And it's the FBI claim for the Never Ends. And it's a way to file for the Scientology people that were abused. Oh, it didn't even show it on here. There we go. It's called "Okay, Never Ends, Your Time to Shine." We had, and if you are a person from Scientology, there was a video that, oops, let me find it here, that Nora and Serge and I did together, the emergency call to action, and it's right here. It's this one. It's the emergency call to action, and that's Serge and Nora and I explaining how to file to the Department of Justice against FBI. You're welcome, Power Lies. You do. You have some incredible content. Thank you so much. Yep. You know, that's the one thing that I've tried to do is I try and look at What's the problem? How can we solve it? How are different ways we can skin the cat? Not to say we should skin cats, but you know what I mean. How can we go about it and just trying different things? And Eric Rader said, and quite a few other people have said that this is a huge PR battle. Black PR is their biggest downfall. In their words, it's their biggest ruin. So having that, even all of us going and voicing and talking about them, talking bad about them, that's one of their biggest fears and one of the easiest ways to get to them. So it is 10 o'clock my time, you guys. I actually have a board meeting myself here coming up where I have to sit on the other side of the table. It's not a public meeting or else I'd take you guys with me. So I need to go fluff and buff and get ready for my day. Good morning, Eric. Oh, now see, I can't leave now. My Eric's on the chat. Good morning. I tried your ordeal playing some music when I first started this morning, and that was fun. I got to do some dancing. I like jamming out with Eric Rader on Sunday mornings. That's one of my favorite things. Yep. We go on a cruise. We listen to some tunes. Now I have to stay at least for a little bit. I do need to go fluff and buff for the day, though, because I cannot join a board meeting with bad hair and unprofessional looking, even though it's a Zoom. Eric, are you having your Thursdays at 2 today? Buddy, get off the computer. Get off the computer. Come here. Definitely lots of love to you too, Traveltology. Eric, are you having a Thursday at 2 today? Good. Who's on today? I thought I saw who was going to be on. Or are you going to surprise us? I'm sorry, I'm fighting with the dog. Buddy, you cannot sit on my lap. Good morning, Kathy. Eric, good morning, always a minion. Oh, that's right. That's right. She said she was going to be on there. I couldn't remember who it was. Well, I talked to Audit yesterday, and she said that she was winding down enough to where maybe next week or the week after she'd love to join you. It is Thursday. Doesn't matter. Yes, it is. Tomorrow's Friday, and then we got the weekend off. In today and tomorrow, no city council for LA or the board. Audit LA. The lady that does she goes to all the commission meetings. She does, she goes to the Blue quite often. You talked to her and asked her a couple of weeks ago, but she couldn't. Her and I do a lot together. Okay, oh yeah, that's right. And Matt said he was going to be on there too. cool. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Friday Eve. I need to copy Eric's playlist, though. He plays some dang good music. I'm gonna start stealing some of your playlists. So, Eric, I was watching Bon Jovi Crazy. Good morning. Yeah, he does take. I love going to the beach, and what's so much fun. If you're not subscribed to Eric, please do. I don't know who isn't subscribed to Eric, but if you aren't, please do. Here, I'm gonna pop in his channel. Buddy, stop. Stop. I am not trying to get you on my lap. Stop it. This is Eric's channel. He is BS Incinerator. And we go to the beach with him at least once a week. And one of the fun things about Eric's chat is that we all keep each other from. I did see the dolphins. They were so cool. There was a whole pod. That is Eric's channel. Subscribe to him. Yep, every Sunday we go on a cruise. We listen to tunes, 70s, 80s, 90s, or whatever. And we go to the beach and we all put our floaties on to make sure none of us drown. And I think Matt, MD Media, doesn't know how to swim, so we all try and keep him surrounded so that way he doesn't drown. And there's a whole bunch of us, and the chat is absolutely no drama, none whatsoever. And we all know it. We all know the rules. We all know how to follow the rules. And we just have we have to keep an eye on Matt. Laugh out loud. And and A girl can't swim either. And was it last week we got doused in water. A wave came up and just got us all. And you know what? It's a way to relax. It's a way to be peaceful. It's a way to just be jovial and just laugh at one another, or laugh at Eric, however you want to put it. We laugh at Eric, and then we listen to the nice lady that comes and talks to us, and then Eric will mute us because she must be saying things that he doesn't want us to hear. Love is in the air. Do 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 do. And so, but we just have a good time. So anyways, I'm hyping Eric's channel only because it is really a peaceful place to go. It's a happy place. Yep. Nice lady comes and joins us. And she lives in the area, so she must be like rich. I don't know. Just assuming. Yeah, she does. She tries to sweeten him up. But it's just really, really, really nice. It's nice to have free speech, but in a way that nobody's there to talk shit to begin with. So you can be free in what you want to say. I'm glad that we entertain her as much as she entertains us. But so not everything has to be about protesting. Does not have to always be about crying in your beer or getting up in somebody's feels or even stapletology. And we have our own conversations, don't we, Eaglewood? Oh, yeah, right. Okay, you can't even convince me of that, Mr. Raider. But it's, there's different parts of protesting, and sometimes the best way to protest is to show how beautiful life can be and to show how friends really react with one another. And I know it's a parasocial friendship. Morning, Peter. But that's a way to show how the real world can look. And so that's a part of protesting. Protesting the negativity of what their lives are, probably on a day-to-day basis. I do too. I enjoy the variety of channels. And I enjoy watching Nora. Nora puts on well, first of all, she's funnier than hell, but she's really complete in what she brings to the table. She brings the information. Sorry, dog's snoring. I could kick him out of here, but you're probably just going to have to deal with it. The other thing, I really love watching Surge. Thursdays at 2 today with Matt from MD Media 18. Good morning, Corn Freak. And it's not just my chat, it's chat. Chat. I was going to go fluff and buff so I can get ready for the day, but then Eric came on, and now I have to stay on for my man. I'm kidding, Eric. I'm kidding. Corn, are you guys going to the Chicago org anytime this weekend? That's okay, Minnie. Did you go to a lot of concerts, Eric? Music is your life, right? I've only been to a couple of concerts in my life. I'm going to confess. Even though it was always fun, I always liked going to concerts. We can tell. Can tell you love the music. Yep, both Corn the Band and Corn Freak. Isn't Corn the Band, the lead singer, isn't he the one that came out as Christian? I'll have to go back and watch that one. I saw a few minutes of it, but somebody else was streaming that I needed to help, so I couldn't watch the whole thing. But I'll go back and watch the Nora and Liz Gale one yesterday. Yeah, I think so. He's the one, he's got the dreads. Sharon Mack. That's a nice typo. Thank you. God morning, sunshines. I'll take that. It is a God morning. Maybe. Trivia is not us for me. That's probably the worst game. Even though I probably could think of a lot of trivia, but trying to remember names of bands and who and names of people is not my forte. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Bon Jovi, yes. We were talking about that earlier. Prayers for Danny and Solomon today. That's okay. It was a good typo. I understood what you meant. Yeah, we're coming on to lunchtime here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, Eric, you and I are about the same age. We already know that. But okay, one of my first, I was Thin Lizzy and the Doobie Brothers. Saw them when I was really young, real young when they first came out. And then, of course, like Elton John. I really have not been to a lot of different concerts, but I love when I do go. Yeah, we have a lot of corn here too. We The joke is you want to give direction to somebody. You go, okay, go 2 miles past the cornfield, take a right at the next cornfield, and then the big cornfield on the left that has rye next to it. Then you take another left. Too many cornfields. Wow, you guys are awesome. Eric, as I said, I need to go get ready for my meeting. I love you guys so much. And I really am thankful that everybody is on here. But if I don't get ready, I'm not going to be ready in time and I'm going to get in trouble because I have a board meeting, a boring board meeting. And so with that, I love you. I'm going to have to say goodbye. I'm going to stop streaming as much as I want to stay on. And I will talk to you guys all later. Goodbye.